Hello, peace seekers. This is Saniqua White dropping in to give you a piece of my mind that will hopefully give you some peace of mind. We've been talking about 13 reasons why your mind might be playing tricks on you, and we've been counting down from 13. Today we are on number 9. So if you missed 10, 11, 12, and 13, go back and find those videos so you'll be caught up with us. But today we're talking about number 9, possible reason why your mind may be playing tricks on you is because you have no boundaries. Look, everybody needs boundaries, and you need to set boundaries with everyone in your life, including mama and them. Yes, yes, your mom needs boundaries. Because think about it this way. You're not setting boundaries to try to control someone else. You are setting boundaries so that whatever someone else is doing doesn't have an effect on you, or at least has less of an effect on you. So not having boundaries basically gives people the right to cross your boundaries every day, all day, because you don't have any. So you're going to be annoyed. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be disappointed because you don't have any boundaries. You're going to be taken advantage of. You're not going to be able to live in peace. You're going to be a people pleaser. All those types of things because you have no boundaries. So listen, today I want to give you kind of a quick way to set boundaries, because remember, everyone needs them. And I want you to think of setting boundaries in this way. I protect my peace by setting boundaries. Okay, so think about what it is that someone is doing or not doing that is driving you nuts. What is it that you want to see happen? What way do you want to be treated? What way do you want to view it or have it be in your life? Then you want to think about, what are the acceptable things that you will take? If you don't want somebody cursing at you, then can they say friggin'? Can they say other words that you wouldn't mind? So if that's it. So think about what the problem is, how you want to be treated, what are some alternative ways that people can treat you, because now you're going to go into a teaching moment. And the first part is done on your own. So you have to think about what the problem is. What is it that I don't like that's happening in this situation? Then you think about, what way do I want to be treated? You consider, are there any alternatives to what somebody is doing that you will accept? And then once you have all that lined up, then you set the boundaries in place. You write it in such a way that is a little bit more on the positive side. You tell the person what it is that they're doing that you don't appreciate. You're honest with it. You let them know how you want to be treated. You let them know if there are any alternatives that you would accept to whatever it is that they're doing. You lay all of that out, and then you go into teaching mode. You have to have a conversation, or at least a written document that you have said or given to the person to let them know that the boundary is set. You can set boundaries all day long, but if the person doesn't know you have a boundary, they're going to keep crossing it. You're going to keep getting upset. So you have to let them know, either in verbal form or written form, what the boundaries are. You teach them. But before you do that, you also have to have in mind what a consequence is if they cross the boundary. And they will cross the boundary. So if you can't give someone a spanking, or if you can't cut that person out of your life, or you can't stop talking to them, or whatever you're thinking that your consequence is going to be, don't set that as a consequence. Don't do something or say something that you're not going to be able to put into effect. Because at that point, if you give a consequence or state a consequence and then you don't enforce it, you look even more foolish than you did before you set the boundary, because now they don't believe you. You can set boundaries all day long from this point on, and they won't believe that there will be any consequences because you told them X, Y, and Z was going to happen and then you didn't do it. So before you verbalize or write down a consequence, make sure it's okay with you that you actually enforce it. After you've had the conversation with them, letting them know what the boundaries are, everything is set in stone. So if they cross the boundaries, and a lot of people will just test you to see if this is real or not. So be prepared that they're going to cross the boundary at least one time or attempt to, but you need to be ready to dole out that consequence immediately. When I say immediately, I mean as soon as you can. If you told the person that you were going to stop texting or hang up the phone or dismiss yourself from their presence, if they did X, Y, and Z, that's what you have to do immediately. Stop responding to text. Walk away from the conversation. Get in your car and leave the situation. Whatever you said you were going to do, if they did this, you need to do it immediately, as soon as possible, because you need them to believe that you will do this and that you're going to do this. Okay? So this is one, it's not a quick way, but it's one way that I teach my clients how to set boundaries and enforce them, put them into place and enforce them. So again, think about what the problem is. Think about what it is that you don't like that the person is doing. Then think about how you want to be treated, because you want to state that in a positive manner. Think about how you want to be treated. Consider whether or not there are any alternatives to what they've been doing that you will accept, and then get ready for the teachable moments. Don't forget about what your consequences are, because in that conversation that you have when you set the boundaries, you want to let them know what the consequence will be, and then you must enforce immediately. Okay, we'll probably talk a lot more about boundaries in some upcoming videos, but I just wanted you to get started. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment. I'll be back with you soon, but until then, be proactive about your mental health, be well, and God bless.